What up, everybody? Happy Sunday morning. I'm going to get started here in about 1 minute or less. Sunday morning. I didn't give anyone notice. Just got notice that I'm going to a Rams game. So I figured it would probably be better for you guys if I did this video before I went rather than after I went. Who knows the condition? All right. So I wanted to definitely get this done for you because I promised I would. And I like keeping promises. Which, actually, I didn't even plan to do this. But if you go to 8to12poundsdown.com, our whole purpose of that is keeping the promise that you told yourself. So out of everything that you learned today, if you're telling yourself, all right, I'm going to start Monday, then just keep the promise to yourself. The only reason why people don't reach their goals is because they quit. That's it. You saw my first journey of right here, where for 5 years I didn't change for 5 years, and the only thing that I say that I did right is I never quit. That's the only thing that I did right during these 5 years of staying the same. All right. All right. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get started into this bad boy. What up, Andy? So I'm going to play a little intro, and then I'll get started. Not that intro, but we're going to be going over that a lot. Boom! All right, guys, what is up? All right, so yesterday we brought it all together. So first day, showed you a lot about the beliefs, told you my background story along a few other people. Then we talked about protein, we talked about carbs, we talked about fat. Yesterday, we brought all of those together into meal planning, and that was showing you pretty much how I got my first result. So yesterday, I shared with how I got my first result, and then as you know, I lost it. So I went from this to this, and then back to this. So today, I'm going to be explaining how I went from this to this today. All right, because it was the same structure, but two totally different methods. And so one thing I want you to know before I even begin is if you watched yesterday, that is as far as most of you need to go. Just eating, what did we talk about? We talked about eating breakfast within 30 minutes of waking up, eating every few hours, hitting your protein number, getting enough sleep, and drinking enough water. For a lot of you watching this, that is definitely enough, right? This is when that doesn't work. And not only if that doesn't work, but to get to that next level of type of results. So what I'm about to share with you today that helped me go from this to this completely changed my life. It literally gave me my life back. Because the biggest thing, like when I was talking about yesterday, all those kind of rules, as you could say, is it's good short term, but there's going to be times in your life that you just can't follow that, right? And many of you already may be saying that, like maybe you're a nurse and you work evenings, there's no way I could eat every few hours. Whatever it may be. You're just a busy mom and can't do that. You're a guy and you work 12 hours a day and it's just not possible. And so that's what kind of happened to me when I opened up the gym, became a father, all of this stuff, right? And so it's not always giving it into excuses, right? Like we always tell ourselves, oh, it's just an excuse. I can make time, right? But sometimes you can't. You just can't. And so what I'm about to show you kind of makes you not even have to worry about everything I talked about yesterday, right? And it's pretty cool. Like if you want to eat breakfast, then eat breakfast. If you don't. If you don't want to eat every 3 hours, then don't eat every 3 hours. You could eat every 6 hours. You could eat every 2 hours, whatever it is to you. And I'm just going to show you, as long as you hit these numbers by the end of the day, that's all that matters. So a great analogy maybe that just came to my head is work, right? There's some of you that have a 9-to-5 job and you have to be clocked in for 8 hours a day. And so that's like yesterday's plan. Like you just do it like clockwork. But some of us, we work off of like, hey, here's all the work that you need to be done by the end of the week. Do it whenever you want, just get it done. And that is kind of like what this plan is designed to do. And it changed my life because no longer was I scared, because even with eating every 3 hours, anytime my wife would want to go out somewhere where I'd be gone for 3 hours, I would start like having a little mini panic attack, like, oh no, okay, so I'm gonna be gone for 3 hours. I gotta plan this food. I gotta take this with me. How do I keep it cold? Like, when am I gonna eat it? Like, all of that stuff, right? And the moment that starts happening, you just kind of give up altogether. And so I'm gonna show you the other way, where it's like, here's the numbers. Do it however you want. Just get it done by the end of the day. And so to do this, we just have to know one main thing: our basal metabolic rate. So this is our just starting off point. This is definitely what I'm about to show you today is not end game. This is the starting off point. And then actually tomorrow, I'll have even more time. I'm going to show you what to do after the starting point, how to customize it, when you need to customize it, and all of that stuff as well. So definitely don't miss tomorrow, because a big mistake is a lot of people, I give them the starting point and they're like, okay, great, I'm good, thanks. I'm like, no, it's like you haven't learned anything yet. Like I said yesterday, like people who do our customized coaching, it literally takes like 12 weeks to really dive in and to get into it, and people quit on week 2, week 3, week 4 thinking like, oh, I know what to do. I'm like, how do you know what to do? I've been in the industry for over 10 years and I still don't know what to do. Right? And so what a basal metabolic rate is it's how many calories do you burn every day just at rest. So meaning, like, if you laid in bed the entire day, you're going to burn this many calories. And so there's different machines, like we have a machine at our gym that gets it for you. But basically, it's pretty much whatever you weigh times 10 is a good starting point for that. So if you weigh 150 pounds, you probably you burn roughly 1,500 calories every day just at rest. If you weigh 120 pounds, about 1,200 calories. If you weigh 200 pounds, it's 2,000 calories. If you weigh 250 pounds, it's 2,500 calories. So yes, the more you weigh, the more your body needs to work to keep you alive. And so it's burning that many calories already just at rest. And so what we're going to do is we're going to start off at that, your basal metabolic rate, and then just break it down into the macronutrients. We're going to do 45% carbs, we're going to do 30% protein, and we're going to do 25% fat. All right. And so one of the other mistakes that many people make is they just don't eat enough. So again, this is when eating healthy just doesn't work like it works. When eating healthy isn't enough is what I'm trying to say. And because a lot of people, they're like, all right, I'm eating healthy now. So yeah, they eat healthy foods, but they're scared to eat. So they're eating, like, let's say they're 150 pounds, they're supposed to be eating at least 1,500 calories a day. They're eating 500 to 1,000 calories every day. They're not getting enough. And when that happens, your body will store fat, because we are mammals and it's our body is designed to survive. And so if we're not helping our body survive by feeding it, then it's going to store fat to survive. All right. And so I'm just going to kind of let's go off a 200-pound person. All right. And so let's see. So 200 pounds. So our basal metabolic rate is 2,000 calories. So how do we break up all of this? Let me see if I got where's my phone at? All right, no phone. I don't need a phone. Let me get my calculator. Perfect. Let me share this with you so you could see it. Oh, look at that. I didn't even mean to do it like that. Perfect. All right. Let me zoom out. Perfect. All right, here we go. That's cool. This worked out better than I thought. All right, so our goal is 2,000 calories, right? So let's start off with seeing how many carbs we need to eat. So carbs, 45%. We're going to times that by 45. So that's 900 calories of carbs. So for every 1 gram of carb, it's 4 calories. All right. So I'm just going to divide 900 by 4. So a 200-pound person should be eating about 225 grams of carbs. Okay, I'm going to make a little note here. 225 grams of carbs. Got it. Boom. All right, so next we need our protein. Let's get protein. So protein, we're doing 30% protein. All right, so let's go 2,000-pound or 200-pound person, 2,000 carbs, divided by 30% of protein. And again, just like carbs, for every 1 gram of protein, it's also 4 calories. All right, divided by 4. So we need 150 grams of protein. Again, this is the starting off point. It's not the end game. 150 grams protein. Got it? And finally, the fat. So we're going to go 25% fat. So again, we're going to do that 2,000 because it's 200-pound person times 0.25, 500 calories from fat. So fat is different than carbs and protein. For every 1 gram of fat is actually 9 calories. All right. So that's why a lot of times when you go out to eat, things are like 1,000+ calories because it's loaded in fat. So if it's a high calorie meal, it usually has tons and tons of fat in it. All right. So we're going to divide this by 9. And so we're looking at, we'll go 55 grams. All right, so here's our plan. Now, our goal, 55 grams of fat, is to hit these numbers every single day, no matter what. And so, again, if you want to eat 2,000 calories all in one meal, you're okay. If you want to spread it out over 4, 5, 6 meals, even better. As long as you hit these numbers by the end of the day, your results are going to get better. Now, how you spread it out is going to be based on how you want to feel. If you eat all 2,000 calories in one meal in the morning, you're going to feel extremely bloated. You're going to feel gross the rest of the day. On top of that, you're probably going to be hungry the rest of the day once it's digested. All right. So what I do based on how many calories I plan on eating that day and what it's broken up to is I spread out the calories around my most energy days, most energy times of the day. All right. So if I'm going to be up a long time, I'm going to eat more smaller meals throughout the day so I'm not hungry and starving by the time I go to bed. Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do now is go into my FitnessPal, plan ahead, and then you just eat it. So using the foods that we talked about over the last 3, 4, 5 days. All right. So let's go breakfast. So breakfast, as I did before, I'll have my protein shake. All right, fine. I'll type it in. And so my protein shake is made out of Herbalife Formula 1. Perfect. Doesn't matter the flavor because all flavors are the exact same in nutrition. Got it. Next, I'm going to have what's also a part of my shake is the protein drink mix. So if this is your first time doing this is kind of what you do. You put it in and then you see what needs to be adjusted. Protein drink mix, perfect. And by the end of this, you're going to see how I'm going to have to manipulate certain foods. Like I'll add more protein, which will also raise my fat. So then I have to change portion sizes or change foods completely. All right. And then let's say, so that's my breakfast snack. Let's have some Greek yogurt. I usually have oikos. Greek yogurt. Ooh, let's go blueberry. Yeah. Perfect. And one's not enough to fill me up, so I'll have 2. Boom. And then I'll also add, let's have some granola. You guys like granola with your Greek yogurt? Yeah, and I usually have the the naked brand. Oh, actually, I usually have the protein granola. So good. And I'll add half a cup to that. So to get the proper measurements, of course, with this, you can't eyeball it, especially not in the beginning. You have a food scale. And so what I would do is I would weigh out half a cup of granola and then put it into my Greek yogurt. All right, so lunchtime. Let's have some chicken. Gotta love some chicken. I should already have it in here. I'm gonna have chicken and brown rice. So there's my brown rice. Oh, chicken, where you at? Boop, 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 boop. Let's go grilled chicken. 4 ounces. I'm a guy. I want more. So I'll change that to ounces and I'll do 6 ounces. So I'm probably gonna have to change this because I'm used to eating about 200 to 220 grams of protein and we're only eating 150 here. So you're gonna see how I change it after. This is pretty much technically what I really eat. All right, where'd that rice go? Gotta love me some brown rice. I'll keep it at 100 grams. Add checked. All right, so I got my breakfast, I got my snack, I got my lunch. Oh wait, can you guys even see this? My bad. There you go. All right, so I got my breakfast, I got my snack, I got my lunch. All right, snack time again. So I'm just gonna have another shake. So this one I'll usually have a workout, so I'll have a more post-workout shake. Boom. It's called the natto shake, but it's pretty much kind of what the first shake was. And I add some rebuild strength to it, which is just kind of a post-workout protein. And then let's have some dinner. Let's have some ground turkey. I usually have Genio. Let's move that to 6 ounces as well. I already know I'm probably way over on my protein. And then let's add some, I'll have sweet potato. Definitely not 400 grams. Let's start with 200, see that where it ends up. All right, so here is my day planned out to begin with. And now let's see where it is based on our goals, all right? So as you can see, our goals is 225 grams. 225 grams of carbs, 150 grams of protein, 55 grams of fat, right? And so, looking at that, we have, so carbs, 225, so we need another 25, 35, 45, about 50, 45 to 50 grams. Fat, we need more, about 20 grams. And protein, we're actually pretty close, but let's get that down by 15 grams. All right, so here's how we do that. So let's start off with carbs. So I need another 50-ish grams of carbs. That sounds amazing. So I only did 100 grams here for rice. So I honestly usually have about 200 grams. Boom, where does that put us? So we're closer to that. We're still about 15 grams off. And the closer you are, the better chances you are getting the best results. I would like some more granola, please. So let's go 1.5. See where that puts us. Boom, carbs hit perfectly. But now as we change other stuff, that might change. So let's see. Fat, we still need 9 grams, but with less protein. All right, so I'm gonna look at my protein sources first. So I wanna keep this because this also has a lot of fat in it, but I'll lower this. And so I need to lower it by about 20 grams. All right, so hair chicken, maybe I will move this to 4 ounces. See where that puts us. All right, so we're just 9 grams off now. And then instead of 2 scoops, I'm just gonna have 1 scoop of that, which would make it less protein. And my protein's now at 152. Cool. So I got my carbs at 222, goals 225. I'm okay with that. Usually I have about a 5-gram swing of carbs and protein. Fat, you wanted to get it closer again because there's more calories to that. So here I am, fat. So I need about 10 more grams of fat. So what has the most fat in this? No. Jenny-O has fat in it, but so as you can see, it has 20 grams of fat for 26 grams of protein. But if I add more to that, then it's going to also raise my protein. So I don't want to do that. No. So I really don't have any fat that I could increase. So I could add a fat. And so what would I like to add a fat? So maybe with my Greek, or with my morning shake, I'll have some, let's say some peanut butter. Alright, so I'm going to do tablespoon peanut butter, 2 tablespoons. And so I know this is going to make it higher. So now I'm at, carbs are a little bit higher now. My fat is actually perfect. And my protein is just a little high. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to lower. I need about 5 grams less carbs. I'm actually okay with being 5 grams. Protein, I'm 9 over. So let's make that a little bit closer. Let's just go back to chicken and we'll make that 3 ounces. Boom, perfect. All right, so again, my goal anytime I have my targets is to stay within 5 grams of carbs. So the goal is 225, we're at 230, that's perfect. My goal with fat is really to stay within 3 grams. I want to keep that as close as possible, and the goal is 55, and we hit it exactly. And then same thing with protein, within 5 grams, it's at 150, and we hit 154. So now, by planning ahead, when I wake up tomorrow on Monday, I know exactly what I'm going to eat. And now I'm going to look throughout my day and see when I'm busy, when I can eat it and do all that stuff and plan it out perfectly. So for me, what I'll usually do, like I'll wake up, I'll have my shake. A few hours later, maybe around 8 or 9, I'll have my Greek yogurt with granola. And then around lunchtime, I'll have my brown rice and chicken. So like now we're looking at like 12, 1 o'clock. Let's say 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, I'll work out, and then I'll have my post-workout shake at 4, and then 5, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, I'll have my dinner. And now I know, look, if you think about that, like I'm eating whenever that was, at 5 in the morning, 8 in the morning, around 12 in the morning or 12 in the afternoon, work out, and then I have my shake around 3. And then I eat again around 5, 6, or 7, I'm not going to be hungry at all throughout the entire day, and I'm going to be energized, and it's going to feel great. And so that is exactly how you plan it out. So your goal after this video, get your basal metabolic rate, and again, however much you weigh, just times it by 10. If you weigh 150 pounds, then start off with 1,500 calories. And then from there, what I want you to do is break it up into the macronutrients of 45% carbs, 30% protein, 25% fat. So again, if you weigh 100, so it's 1,500. If you weigh 150, 1,500 basal metabolic rate, times that by 0.5, divided by 4. Same thing for protein. Divide 1,500 by 30, divide that by 4. And then for fat, times it by 0.25, divide that by 9. And that's how you're going to get the exact macronutrients. And then what I want you to do is go into MyFitnessPal and plan it out. And this is how you're more intentional with healthy food. So again, if you're watching this and you've been eating healthy, I can't tell you how many phone calls I get on with people who were talking about their goals, why they want to sign up for programs, all that stuff. More than half of them say, I don't know what's wrong. I eat healthy. I don't eat that much. I exercise, but the weight is not falling off. This is how you make that weight fall off. What I just showed you. And this is the starting plan. Tomorrow, I'm going to show you exactly how to customize that plan after the starting plan. All right, so definitely don't miss tomorrow. It's going to be exciting. And again, guys, in about a week, we are starting 8 to 12 pounds down.com. If you have not signed up yet, I seriously don't know what you're waiting for. We're going to go 21 days of pure nutrition, but more importantly, habits. And then on top of this, you could actually win if you lose the most weight by percentage. You could win a free 6-week program. And if you stay after our 6-week program, then you could go to our customized coaching. Or if some of you just want to jump all this and go to straight customized coaching, send me a message and we could talk about that. All right, guys, have a wonderful day. Peace.